here on Iona, getting away from it. Beautiful weather here. My track record of making selfie videos has not been a particularly positive one, with the overreaction of the authorities in Scotland. But a couple of things, obviously, in the last few days, some of the disclosures that I've been aware of and others have been aware of for a long time have come to light. I'm not going to say too much about that because obviously there are 2 court orders in place that prevent me from saying an awful lot about that. However, what it does reveal, even with the redacted names in the WhatsApp groups, is that there has been obviously a very active conspiracy, and that really needs to be looked at. I don't think most people who are involved in this have any confidence whatsoever in either Police Scotland or the Crown Office to do it, so that it will have to be conducted by an external force, an external authority. So we'll see what happens, but my case at the moment, although it's been widely reported that the case has been dismissed by Lord Lake following his judgment back in February, that's not quite the case, because the Lord Advocate had actually made an appeal, and that was heard just a few weeks ago. We're awaiting the judgment from the 3 judges in the inner house of the Court of Session on that, and we're optimistic. We can't really say what their outcome, what their conclusion will be, but we're optimistic that we've done enough to persuade them to move to the proof stage, which would continue the case, obviously. Regardless of that, we will be continuing either through an appeal to the UK Supreme Court or indeed to the European Court for Human Rights. So my campaign, my legal effort to try and highlight and get some justice for the malicious prosecution that was brought against me in 2020, those are going to continue. There's a growing consensus. I feel it's anecdotal for the most part, but a growing consensus that there was something seriously wrong in the way that the conviction or the prosecution of Alex Salmond was brought in the first place, and those involved in it. And worth pointing out, not just the female complainers, but with the full knowledge of high-ranking SNP officials. So that really needs to be looked at, and hopefully, if we lived in a just Scotland, which we don't, that would be getting very much the focus of a very serious investigation. The last we heard from Police Scotland was they were investigating, this was 5 years ago, investigating the allegations of perjury committed during Alex's trial. They've just sat on that quite clearly, hoping it'll go away. This is not going to go away, not until the full and unbridled truth is known about exactly how this came about. This is going to haunt the SNP leadership for the foreseeable future, and it's not going to go away regardless of what legal outcomes ultimately prevail in the end of the day. So keep watching this space. Hopefully I've not said anything that's going to result in my house getting raided again and me being the subject of yet another malicious prosecution. But keep the faith, people, because tide is definitely turning, and basically the corruption that exists at the very heart of both the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service, the institutionally corrupt Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service, and also the corruption that exists at the heart of the SNP leadership will eventually be exposed for what it is.